Welcome back to Life on Cars. Hope you're all well. And in today's episode, we are working on the Mr2, the MR2, because we need to change the exhaust back box. It's corroded, it's got holes in it. So let's find out what was involved to replace the exhaust on my MR2. Let's go. I'm using the Sealy ramps for this job. We've got the back of the Mr2 up in the air. And yeah, so I'll be honest with you guys, I've not been entirely happy with the way this exhaust looks anyway. It's got these huge tailpipes which I just don't think are quite in fitting with the car anyway. But I would have left them, to be honest. But yeah, the silencer's absolutely shot. I've been getting bits of rust firing out the exhaust since I bought this car. And anyway, it went through the MOT, but there was a couple of pinholes in the silencer which the MOT tester kindly didn't put his finger through. But here we are a few weeks later, and the silencer has failed. Let me show you. Like cannons, them tailpipes, aren't they? Yeah. So it's not a genuine Toyota exhaust system. It's like a twin sport box, I think, in mild steel. And yeah, it's just rotted out. So this one's going as well. Look at this box here. So today's job is to take this back box off. It shouldn't be too bad, but whenever you're dealing with rusty bolts, you can have fun. So I need to separate here. It's had a decap pipe fitted onto the front pipe, so that's going to stay on because that seems fairly solid. It's just rusty looking. And yeah, we're going to unbolt this, and then I'm going to do a bit of research and decide what system I'm going to go for. There are some stainless steel ones that you can find online from a company called Jap Speed. But from the research I've done already, apparently they are really noisy. I don't want that. I don't want a low quality system on from China. So my feeling at the moment is I'm going to probably source something similar to this that's already on. I mean, this is rotted out because it's been stood for so long and it's got moisture inside, and it's just never been burnt off because it's been started up, stopped, started up, stopped. So yeah, it's probably been affected by moisture that's just never been burnt off inside the exhaust. But and I'm also going to be looking to do something different for the tailpipes, because these are way too big and they stick out too far as well. So try and go for a bit more of an OE look. Anyway, we need to get it off first. So yeah, how does it come off? It looks like we've got two rubber mountings here. So one on the right and another one on the left. Where is it? Yeah, up there. So I've put some WD on. Hopefully these bolts will come out. Then we need to separate it from the decat, and then there's also a couple of bolts here as well. So wish me luck. Can't get the gun in up there, so it's going to be a spanner job. That's quite awkward to get to. Very awkward. It's actually winding off without having a spanner on the back. Right, that's the first two out. In other news, on the MR2, we did successfully bleed the clutch the other day. Mrs. Life on Cars was sat in the driver's seat, pumping the pedal, while I laid underneath the back here and opened the bleed nipple, and everything went to plan. So we had got some horrible fluid out. It was black. The pedal feels miles better now, like. So that was a success. That's when I spotted this exhaust was looking a bit ropey. There's one out. Just need to get the other one now, which is a bit awkward. Yeah, so the clutch bled out nice and easy, to be honest. Much easier than I thought it would. Because they can be a bit problematic with there being such a long pipe leading all the way from the front to the back. Right, these two are coming out nice and easy. Alright, so far things are going to plan. So that's off. They're out. Well, that's good news. That's loosened off, guys. Yep, spoke too soon. Having problems with this. It's seized and the socket's starting to slip. So I've decided to take these bolts out that are actually go through into the floor, and so far they've all slackened off without any problem. So I think it'd be better to tackle this bolt when the whole thing's down. So I'm going to take this exhaust mount off where it bolts into the floor. Right, this should there we are. Well, there we are, it's off. Yeah. Hopefully I'll be able to get that bolt out now that I'm God, that exhaust mount doesn't feel very good. Okay, now Jesus. And I never got that off on the car. Brute force and ignorance will win. It didn't want to come out, did it? And this is shot. This exhaust mount, absolutely foo bad. see if I can find one of them. Everything escalates on old cars. I wouldn't have been helping the engine breathe with it, all that falling to bits. Well, when I was laid underneath the car, I noticed the heat shield was looking in remarkable condition for a 34-year-old part. So I thought, well, I'll give it a bit of a clean up, get some of the surface corrosion off, and maybe give it a coat of high temperature paint. So that's what I ended up doing. I unbolted it, and after I'd given it a good grind off, gave it a blast over with some heat resistant paint, and it's smartened up really nicely. What do you think? So here we are then. So I ended up going for the MR2 Ben standard back system, which is looking pretty much identical to the one that came off. So oh, and also I got a new exhaust hanger, genuine Toyota one from MR2 Ben as well. And I also managed to find in my garage a couple of old chrome tailpipes, which I think I kept from a BMW, so I'm hoping those will clean up and those can be fitted on the duplex, the twin outlets. So that's the plan anyway. Comes with a fitting kit, and yeah, I'm hoping this is going to sound kind of original equipment or near enough, and with a bit of luck it should all fit fairly straightforward. So yeah, it came quite quickly from MR2 Ben, and it looks like the sort of thing that I've been after, so wish me luck and we'll get it fitted and see what it's like. Okay, so we've got this exhaust mount that was in good condition, just given that a lick of paint. Got the bolt head, it's just given those a little bit of paint. So we'll get the new exhaust mount and the old exhaust mount bolted back up. What else have I been doing for preparation? So there's the heat shield back on with some nice stainless steel nuts. I've given the decap pipe the paint over with some high temperature paint as well, and we should be ready to go. Yeah, how that heat shield survived in such good condition for 34 years I don't know, but yeah, while all this was out of the way, I've done my usual trick and gone along here with some wax oil, and because again the condition of the rear pockets and everything on this car are absolutely solid. So you can see there's been some underseal applied, and then where there's been gaps I've gone along with some clear wax oil in. This rear grille as well, on the, you often see these quite badly rotted out, but this one's absolutely solid on this car. So anyway, less chit chat, it's time to get this new exhaust bolted up, I think. let's go for a start up, see what it sounds like. It's got a nice little rasp as you accelerate, but it's not stupidly loud or anything. I think that suits the car because you can hear the engine and it sounds almost identical to what I remember when these used to be new with the original equipment exhaust on. So job done, I think. Yeah, it's just right. Oh, in other news, that clutch that I was talking about earlier on in the video, that feels a lot better. This is the first time I've been out and road tested it with the clutch now that we've bled it. Thanks to Mrs. Life on Cars for pumping the pedal. Well, there we go then. There's the exhaust fitted. What do you think? It was a fairly straightforward job, but you know what, like, whenever I get involved, I start taking other things off and cleaning things. Just can't help myself. But yeah, I'm pleased with the result. It sounds like an original back box, which is what I was after. It's got the original noise, so you can hear the engine and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with it, and I'm also pleased with the way the tailpipes look. I was never really happy with those big tailpipes that were on the old exhaust. They looked a little bit out of place. I don't know, what do you think? So I've got a bit more of an OEM look now. So if you liked the episode, give us a like and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And check out the playlist, because there might be something in there that you find interesting. And also we've got a playlist on the go for my other project car, which is the Jaguar, and then various other vehicles as well. We'll be back very soon with something else on Life on Cars. In the meantime, stay safe, drive carefully, and take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.